Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big update on the current situation as it pertains to the crypto market. We've got the World Liberty Financial Coin already inside the top 40 in terms of overall market cap, sitting at a fully diluted valuation of around 22 billion. Its current market cap is around 6 billion. It was trading in the pre-markets at around 30 to 35, 40 cents. People were saying it was going to go to $1 or it was going to go to $2. I don't even think Trump legally can talk about this project. He resigned from being on the team of World Liberty Financial or being on the board of it. Now his sons run it. And so, what has this done for the market? What are the analytics saying? What are the models, the numbers saying in terms of the alt season? We've had a little choppy road with some of these altcoins not doing the best, the lower cap ones. The ones I'm in, they're sustaining. They're ready for the next leg up, and we will be fine. If you're in a very solid, hopefully you're in a solid meme coin project or an altcoin project, whatever you're in. But I'm very confident in my meme coins, and I think they will do very well once we get more money pumped into the market. But so you've got this launch. It's going to affect meme coins and just the crypto market in general. It's generally viewed as a liquidity suck, as a volume suck, because you've got a new coin in circulation that's automatically inside the top 40. It is unfortunate what Trump is doing. It does seem like this is just monetary extraction is kind of what I call it. Now, when it comes to this coin, I guess it is tied to a stable coin, the USD1, which has around $2 billion in terms of money put into it. It's on BNB, and there are a bunch of partnerships, and they want to bring but I wish Trump really would not launch these coins. I don't think it's good for the market. We know his official Trump meme coin was very bad for the market. He's never talked about that since the launch, and he launched it right before his inauguration. If people look at the dates, it was around, what was it? I think it was January 19th, and his inauguration was on the 20th. But taking a look right now, Fear and Greed 42. Total overall crypto market cap is around $3.87 trillion. We're in a very similar spot to the last time I did an update on one of these type of videos where I looked at the overall market cap. I think it was the exact same. It was like 3.8 trillion. Guys, we're not going to, well, it depends what meme coin you're in, but the vast majority of us with the meme coins we're in, we're not really going to notice a significant shift until we start to see a change in terms of the overall crypto total market cap. Right now it's chopping around. It's been chopping around for the last few months. It reached around 4.2 trillion. That's a new all-time high. We would expect many more all-time highs within the next 3 or 4 months. We understand, and it's now been reported, we're getting the rate cut, possibly of 0.25 basis points, maybe 0.5, just like they did last year when they did the 0.5 basis point cut. Powell has said, yes, fine, it's happening, whatever. As long as we don't get a crazy inflation reading, which comes out right around the 15th, the Fed meeting is the 17th. People say, well, maybe it's already priced in, because there was really positive bullish action after Powell had basically admitted, yeah, we're going to be cutting the rates on the 17th. We're going to get more bullish action. And we have to understand, there's still 3 meetings before the end of 2025. We're at least, I think, getting 2 0.25 basis point cuts, or we might get a 0.5 and then another 0.25. So there might be a total of 3 cuts, or a total decrease of 0.75 in the overall interest rate, which is right now 0.50. It could be around 3.75 by that December 10th meeting. So imagine what that's going to do to the market. So we haven't had a single cut. 4.5% interest rates with relatively stable inflation of 2.5% or 2.7% core inflation. The true inflation is right around 2.0%. So you have stable inflation, but still high interest rates. Well, the interest rates have to come down. We have good real wage growth in the job market. The interest rates are coming down. This is the time. I mean, this is the time. We have to hold our coins, hold the coins, not financial advice, but hold the meme coins. We will see prosperity. We have to. I mean, when else is it going to happen? It has to happen. Trump can launch his coin. He can do whatever. If you're in a good meme coin, if you're in a meme coin with a good team, you will see hopefully a blow off top. I'm hoping for one of my coins to go to, at least 9 figures, hopefully 10 figures, so hopefully $1 billion. That would be amazing, because the amount of liquidity that would be in the coin, it would be awesome to see something like that. I think we're going to get there. I think we have to get there within the next 4 or 5 months. I don't know when it's going to be exactly. If you look at the Pi cycle top, if you look at what people are saying, it's looking like because we know October, very bullish normally in crypto. September, a little bit more bearish. if you look at any of the indicators, they say, well, maybe mid-October. The Pi cycle top says a little bit earlier, but it's a different type of cycle with more money being pumped into it. It's 180,000 for Bitcoin, 180,000 to 220K. The bearish people will say 160. I've seen a lot of people say 160. Those people are bearish. I say it's 180 to 220. The Pi cycle top will say it's 190 to 200K as a cycle top for Bitcoin. And then you look at the memes, I mean, and the alts, after Bitcoin reaches the top, the money flow, it has to happen. Maybe it'll be a different type of cycle. Maybe you have to be ready for anything. But we are looking for a total crypto market cap, hopefully of $10 trillion. And that's a low, well, maybe 9 trillion would be a low estimate. 10K Ethereum, low estimate. 180K Bitcoin, probably mid-tier estimate in terms of that. You can see we've had a very, very nice run up within the past, really the last half year, going back to April when everything kind of bottomed out. This is a very good indicator, dude. Like when you look at when I look at my portfolio and my meme coins, the local low was like first week of April. And you look at the total market cap low was April 8th. So and think about these moves are going to be so violent when we get up. We're going to get up to around 10 trillion. They say 10 to 12 trillion, maybe mass adoption, 15 trillion, 12 to 15 trillion possibly. But yeah, we did recently hit a new all-time high. But listen, they say altcoin season at 55. Yeah, altcoin season's probably going to be a little bit lower. Even with the recent moves of Ethereum, we finally are starting to see Ethereum make moves to the upside. But just understand that, contextualize Ethereum, whether or not it hit a new all-time high, Bitcoin has made about 20 new all-time highs this cycle. Now, part of that is Bitcoin has just been better than Ethereum this cycle, and that's fine, and people are going to read into that, and they're going to say people are not, Ethereum is prehistoric, the gas fees, it's not user-friendly, it's not normie-friendly. Ethereum, inevitably, because of the amount of money that pours into it, because of what's built on it, Ethereum, I think it's inevitable it'll go up to 10K. Now, that's not a good investment, that's a 2x. But the point is the amount of money that will be involved in Ethereum. We're talking about $1 trillion market cap coin is what Ethereum is probably going to go to. What is Ethereum's market cap right now? It's $500 billion. It's going to go over $1 trillion this cycle, Ethereum. Think about what that's going to do for a lot of our meme coins on Ethereum. I mean, we haven't even seen the big moves yet. And so everything's just kind of, you've got the Trump launch. It's taken away some liquidity. It's taken away volume. It's bringing things back down. But I've noticed with my coins, they're stagnating at a higher floor now. And there's an accumulation zone that's opened up on a lot of them, but they've already done like 4 or 5 X's. And so it's just going to compound more and more. And it's not even the alt season yet, really. And I don't even look at Solana, although I do have one coin on Solana, but I don't even look at Solana. What is this? Pi cycle top indicator. So when these two lines cross, yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, basically this is saying we're gonna go to about 100. Well, that's realistic. We're gonna go to about maybe 190, 200K as a cycle top. And I know there are people that say, well, maybe 225 to 250. If you look at some of the other indicators, it's possible. This rainbow, this is invalid. This is not. They should stop using this, because the whole idea of the rainbow chart was supposedly that, you sell when it gets to the extreme red or the orange. I mean, for it to get to the red or the orange, it'd have to be 500K. We're not going to get to 500K this cycle. I hope we do. That'd be awesome. I don't think we're going to get to 500K. So they're saying the cross right now is 189K. Yeah, so maybe the indicator, it'll be around 200K is what we will potentially reach. They've got the crypto market cycle top indicators, 0 of 30 being hit. Not all 30 of these have to be hit for us to reach the top. It's not that scientific, but if 20 of them hit, it might be the cycle top. It just depends. The Bitcoin dominance is still sitting at 57.5. This is mainly because Ethereum has sucked up a lot. It's not the meme coins getting a ton of the volume. It's Ethereum. It's just transfer from Bitcoin to Ethereum. So you see it down 3%, Ethereum up 2%, all the others up 0.98%. When we get to the end of the cycle, we're going to see the others gain the most, and then Ethereum, and then Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be down. Last month, Bitcoin was at over 61%, but see, we're noticing Ethereum now take a chunk out of it, 13-14%. Ethereum reached a near all-time low back in April. That's why people were really worried about it. But we should hopefully notice a pretty significant move for Ethereum. I don't know if it's going to reach what it did back in, certainly not what it did back in 2017, 2018, because there's so many more coins. The market share is not going to be that big. But 2021, it was around 17, 18%. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it's reached something like that for sure, because you're looking at around 10 or 11K, hopefully. So I would say right now, I think we're in a spot to where it's early September. September is normally bearish, although this cycle, because we are entering, hopefully, if you believe in the 4-year cycle, a very bullish time. We should not notice we're not going to notice, catastrophic downturns or anything like that. There might be some local stuff like Trump launching his coin, which ends up being a liquidity suck, some other things. But the thing is that we have to, when it comes to World Liberty Financial, I don't think Trump can endorse or talk about that coin at all, because he hasn't mentioned it once. And he hasn't mentioned his meme coin either, because he's in office right now. So I really don't think that coin's going to be pushed. I would stay away from it. Of course, we're not there's just so many red flags. If you're a crypto investor, you have to know that pre-sale, coin opens at, well, number one, people that got in early, there were probably people that were just given coins because this is a cabal project. But you get in at 1.5 cents. Then the second pre-sale, it's 5 cents. But the logic of investing into a coin that's not, fully circulated, that had a pre-sale, that's already done a 5x after the pre-sale, and now has a fully diluted valuation of $22 billion, it doesn't make any sense. The risk is not even close to worth what the reward could be, which is like a 5x, because it's already, its valuation is already ridiculous. So, I would stay away from that coin. But just in general, I do think this, we have to be moving in a positive direction here. We really are. And if we look at the timeline and we look at the rate cuts and we look at everything when it comes to the indicators, you say October should be extremely bullish, and now you've got the holiday season. Now you've got the holiday money coming into it for the alt season. After Bitcoin, the month of October is going to be Bitcoin's month, and then we're going to see, it's still going to be very bullish for alts, but then we're going to see the alts start blowing up, because Bitcoin's had an amazing cycle. It had a cycle low of 12K, 13K. Now it's at 108K. It had an all-time high of like 119, 120. It's probably going to hit 170, 180. Ethereum just now, potentially now, reaches a new all-time high. Bitcoin reached a new all-time high for the cycle like a year and a half ago. When it passed 69K. Remember, that was its all-time high for a while, was 69K. Its new all-time high for a while is probably going to be like 180, 190K. Whenever it hits that. And then we're going to get the avalanche into a lot of the alts and a lot of the memes. And there's going to be many memes that become the entire first page of CMC for the memes. The goal is for those coins to all be over $1 billion in market cap. So that's 30. Is it like 50 coins, I think? Something like that. But I think that's the goal. And I think it really could happen, especially if we get serious money flow into Ethereum. And we're already starting to see it. Ethereum is already waking up, thankfully. People have been clowning it. They say it's dead. It's not going to do anything. Well, certainly in terms of 10K, that's compared to what you would think it would have a higher multiple than Bitcoin because it's lower in market cap. But it has been, in terms of its price action, significantly worse than Bitcoin. Nobody's denying that. But now we're starting to see a better situation for Ethereum and a better situation for many of these meme coins. You take a look at the categories, meme coin categories. Yeah, we want all of these. We want all of these we want all these coins to be over $1 billion. Well, I don't know about that. No, it's not going to be the entire first page, I don't think. Yeah, that's like 100 coins, maybe. I don't know, but I don't even think I own any coins on this page. But one of my coins is going to be on here. I know it's going to be on the first page at some point, for sure. There's the official Trump coin. Boy, what a volume suck. Trump can't even talk about it. But Dogecoin, I think Doge to $1. Doge, Shiba, the boomer of meme coins. Pepe maybe to 30 or 40 billion. SPX maybe to 20 or 30 billion. That's a low-end estimate. SPX has come back down to $1 billion. So, if you're in stock to meme coins, I wonder, does CMC have categories like that? I only look at CG because I just think it looks so much better on desktop. I never really use CMC anymore. You could say the CMC chart graph looks a little bit nicer, but I'm not a fan of CMC, except when I'm looking at indicators. But either way, guys, that's just the World Liberty Financial. When Lambo Financial. Yeah, this is the coin that I was in. Of course, it tanks in value. They're trying to keep it alive, though. I guess I give them credit for trying to keep it alive after the Trump coin launched. Why is this not showing up? I don't know. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you like the video down below. Thank you for watching.